it, drop it, hit it.
I'm so over that.
Didn't finish, and it was one of it. Leave it, drop it, quit it.
Give it up, babe.
We don't finish, it doesn't even matter.
You gonna finish that?
Of course not.
I'm done here.
Welcome to the You Gonna Finish That podcast. I'm Zila.
And I'm Adji.
And today we are going to be discussing, as per usual, our long list of unfinished business. So today's topic is one that is particularly dear to my heart. And I had Adji literally make a stopwatch because I will just go. But today's topic is musical theater. And I'm very, very excited to discuss it. I feel like it's a thing that a lot of us start and stop. But do we ever really stop?
The spirit of the music lives within you.
You know, theater kids, we're always just a little bit theater kid, you know?
Yeah.
But I wanted to begin with you because...
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I have a much shorter journey with musical theater than you. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what the first thing... I think it was the play Paint the Town December in middle school, in elementary school. And I must have been like third grade, I think.
Fair enough.
Were you?
Yeah.
You were in fifth grade, right?
No, that sounds about right. Sounds about right.
My character was Luke.
You had a name?
Excuse me. Yes, I
didn't
had a
have
name in one scene. You didn't have a name?
That's amazing. No.
Well,
Well, what was your scene?
but the thing is, that play particularly, I think was like every year had their own, like every grade level had their own set of things to participate. It's like a whole school-wide, like...
Yeah. And okay, so maybe explain Paint the Town December a little bit.
Now, I only remember my contributions. So there was one song that everyone had to sing.
Yes.
The titular song, Paint the Town December. And,
yes.
And I can perform it now if you'd like, but it, basically goes, paint the town December.
Give me a little taste. It's okay.
Paint the town December. Maybe musical theater never does leave you. I don't know, but
it doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, we're about to discover something inside of you.
Yeah. But the gist of the play was like, everyone celebrates something during December. Not true.
It's not. I think it honestly kind of predated the no more Christmas, but it was trying to be very inclusive.
Yes, that's true. We weren't yet on the Happy Holidays wave.
Christmas. Yeah. Different podcast.
Yeah.
What? Well, everyone's quitting DEI right now. So
true. Shit's going up.
Go ahead. I was gonna go into a whole tangent, but
don't know why.
Well, Target just took Tabitha Brown's
I know, wow.
Up.
And guess who's up there now is Tom Holland's zero alcohol beer. It's everywhere in Target. Like, he has a whole shrine to Tom Holland. I'm like, damn, that was quick.
Tom Holland has a non-alcoholic beer, and I didn't know about it.
It's called Beero, like zero, but like beer. Yeah.
This is why I never financially supported Target. And yes, I go to Target every week, but I said what I said. You know what I mean?
Period. Yeah.
They don't deserve my dollars. But do I need things? I need things.
Yeah.
Back to Paint the Town December. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
It was because it was diverse and inclusive.
Right. Yes. So Paint the Town December, paint it red and green. Paint the Town December, paint it blue and white. Paint the Town December. They don't do the whole Kwanzaa thing, which I kind of
They had a Kwanzaa song.
They did?
They had a Kwanzaa song, for sure. Don't put respect on the name.
Was it in the titular song, Paint the Town December? I don't think so. It might have had its own little scene.
Yeah, it had its own little scene. Well, we were in all-black school, so it was kind of they get it,
One of the teachers wrote a scene in there.
The whole thing was as if it was written by some sort of fifth grade teacher with a musical theater kid inside of them.
Absolutely, that was the vibe. Long story short, I had maybe one line painted. I pretended to paint a wall, literally painting the town December. I think I was on stage by myself.
Oh, OMG. I'm so proud of you.
I know.
Retroactively.
Yeah. I know. So
that's very cute.
That was kind of like my intro to musical theater.
Gotcha.
And that was actually the only time I like volunteered to do that. And the next time I was in musical theater, and the last time, well, the last time I was on stage in musical theater, I was the wizard in The Wizard of Oz. The titular role.
Wait.
Again.
Because I forgot you were the wizard.
I was. How could you forget? Yeah. Yeah.
OMG.
And you would have been, you weren't in the play, right?
Can I tell my story about The Wizard of Oz?
Okay.
Wait. But like, don't ask me any questions about it. Because I want to tell my story about The Wizard of Oz. Yeah. No. We don't have to do it now. So how was your experience as the wizard?
Okay. I did not. Okay. They had auditions. I didn't audition. I had no intention of being in the play. Like, musical theater wasn't my thing. Part of it probably was a bit like, I'm trying to keep this gay thing under wraps. Not meeting the allegations of being in musical theater. Was that like genuinely a thought that crossed your mind? I don't think so, but I think part of me was like, this doesn't seem like the thing I should be doing. Kind of like in a, you know?
Right, totally.
And
you're not one of those girls.
I just wasn't one of those girls.
Yeah.
And so like everyone like auditioned, everyone got their role, people started practicing. Like it's maybe like a month before the actual show.
Okay.
And we're in class. I'm in 5th grade. We're in class, and my first grade teacher comes to the door. Who's I think she's involved with the play somehow. I don't remember what her role in it was. And she goes, "My teacher, can I speak to Jasim for a second?" And I'm like, "What? That's random. Like we haven't kikied in a minute." My first grade teacher. It's been 4 years.
Oh my God.
So she pulls me out to the hallway and she basically goes like, hey, like something has come up like where the guy who was actually in your class, I don't know if you remember.
Oh, Charles.
Yeah.
What happened to Charles?
He got suspended or something and got like kicked out of the play. I think he was talking back to whoever was the music director at the time or whoever's in charge of the play. I don't know who it was. That made
me a little sad for Charles because he really was one of those girls and he really wanted to be the wizard.
He would have been a damn good wizard, actually.
He would have been a damn good wizard. I cannot believe I don't remember any of this. Please continue. So what happened?
So she goes, so our wizard is gone. Would you like to... I was literally tapped for the role. Out of this school, there's like 500 kids in this school. Obviously not all 500 are eligible. Some of them are children. It was a K through 8th grade school.
Right.
But she was like, do you want to be like, do you want to take on the role? And I was like, yes. The narcissist in me could not pass up the opportunity. Like...
It is so funny.
It's like when duty calls, you answer, you know?
Oh my God.
So I come back into, okay, keep in mind also, I felt like school was such a big competition.
Of course.
Like everything, like grades were competitive, like what you were involved in was competitive. Like, it wasn't actually that deep for the...
Your clique. Yeah.
At least my clique that we're still friends today, like,
yes,
you know?
Totally. I remember y'all have been always cream of the crop. Like,
yes.
Whatever you're doing it best, as we discussed in previous episodes.
Which is funny because a previous episode guest, Troy, comes up in this story. So I come back in the classroom, smug look on my face.
Yeah.
Troy and Elise are kind of like sitting near each other in like a little pod.
I cannot with
they
this
go like,
lore.
They go like, what did she want? And I'm like, oh, she just asked me to be in the play. And they were like, wait. Because I have never had a moment so delicious. Troy goes, what? To be like a flying monkey? And I said, actually, to be the Wizard of Oz. And she was gagged.
I am screaming.
Yeah, it was honestly like such a moment for me. Like,
oh my God, that's
because no one ever really sets you up so much to be like, actually, you know,
for sure. And Troy was in the play already.
Yes, but she might have been something like silly, like
I believe she was. No, I think she was. Well, I know Troy D was Dorothy.
Troy D was Dorothy, and I'll put respect on Troy's name right now. All the other plays that we had, Troy was like the primary like main character. This particular play, I don't think she was. I don't know what she played, but like it wasn't like.
Now, mind you, you're like 2 or 3 grades younger than me. Grades.
Yeah.
You're 2 or 3 years younger than me, so you're 2 or 3. So it was just interesting because your specific grade, like, and your friend group specifically, were so talented.
Yeah.
That at that point, it was like y'all were rocking whatever school play musical we had.
For years.
For years. This transitions a bit into my story. Do you want it?
Yes, I'm so interested.
Let's finish. How did you find being the Wizard of Oz?
Oh my God. Okay. First of all, like, I mentioned like, this is maybe a month, like maybe 3 weeks from showtime.
Yeah.
But she's like, it's actually no big deal. The Wizard of Oz is actually behind the scenes for the most of the play.
This is very true. You can just read the lines.
So I literally was reading. But she was like, but there are parts where you do need to memorize because you'll be out front.
Real.
I was like, okay, not a problem. Now, I don't know. At this point in my life, like, I feel like I was a little independent. So I don't know, like, there was no one really being like, you need to practice these lines. So, like, it really did come to, like...
Yeah, there definitely was a point in, like, our parenting history where it was like, they got it. Whether or not we had it.
A little early.
Yeah. We figured it out. I'll give you that. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. There was like some moment, I think, in one of the practices where I'm like, I'm fumbling with these lines where I'm like, I need to lock in because what I'm not about to do is embarrass myself in front of all these people.
Fair. After being accused of getting flying monkey, you have something. You have a bit of a chip on your shoulder. Yeah.
I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder. Flying monkey. Anyway, so I memorized the lines that I had to memorize, which was fine. The actual performance itself, like, and also I never like watched The Wizard of Oz or like read the script the full way through.
Fair.
So I'm actually a little like was iffy on like what is the context of what the context. Yeah. Like no one ever said like this is a synopsis of your character, like what you should be delivering actually.
Yeah.
So I would be so interested to know, you know, if we have a video of this.
It was the kind of school where the wizard would get suspended 3 weeks before show.
Yeah. I'm sorry. He could have done anything. If I was in charge of that play,
I'm going to bat for my kid. Yeah.
And you're not going to ruin my play.
Right.
But anyway, there was a scene where I had to go up. There was like in the gym, there was like this like balcony almost where you can like go up a flight of stairs and a very steep like step ladder kind of thing to get to like oversee the gym. And there was, I guess, a part of the Wizard of Oz where like the wizard flies off in like a hot air balloon. And when I went up there, first of all, I had to run from.
Canon? Go on.
I don't know. I've never seen The Wizard of Oz like fully.
And I just saw Wicked, and I don't think.
And we haven't got to part 2 yet. This is at the end of the movie. So, so I like you have to at one point run from the stage to like up the steep flight of stairs and be up there. And like I think I was like a little afraid of heights, and like that combined with the running, like I was out of breath, and like there was a daytime show for the whole school and then a nighttime show for like the parents, and both times like I like really struggled through that part because I'm like heaving almost like
oh my god.
I found that to be very embarrassing, but at the same time it's like what can you do, like, you know. And then the other embarrassing thing that happens is like the first show I forgot my props, like the scene where I'm supposed to give the Cowardly Lion and the Tin Man their like heart and brain and whatever. I just completely forgot the bag of props.
What? Oh my
so I'm like, y'all are gonna have to use your imaginations here. And I also think I said it out of order. And honestly, like I gave them like just based on what I remembered, like like I want to do the lion first. I think more strongly about these lines.
What the fuck?
No. I gave them the right things imaginarily.
Okay.
But the order in which I gave them was like not how the script was written.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember all of these things in conjunction. I'm like, I think this is the beginning and end of my, like, you know,
I see.
Main character energy on
That's
stage.
so real. Yeah.
And,
OMG.
And anything else I did with musical theater after that was like set crew stuff.
Did you do set crew stuff?
Yeah, we did the
in
Susical.
High school?
No, in in middle school.
In your later
still.
years. Okay, got you. Real. Well, I'm very impressed to know this. I completely forgot about this bit of history.
Funny.
Mostly because I was wrapped up in my own
Wizard of Oz stuff?
Yeah, Wizard of Oz shit. That's so crazy because I didn't remember you were in it. And I was planning to speak on this today.
Tell me.
Let me go back a little to the beginning of my musical theater history, which is when I got cast as Maria in The Nutcracker, 2nd grade, right? So, I'm not thinking that I peaked, but that was when I peaked. Because, like, it was the main role. I was the main character. I memorized lines. I was young. And at that point, Ma hadn't given up on us, so she was running lines with me. She was running lines with me, and I feel like I did a really good job. And I loved it. I loved everybody dressing up. I loved it. I think in between those years and The Wizard of Oz, it was stuff like Paint the Town December. So, like, our musical theater program really took a dive for a bit, but then it came back up when they decided to do Wizard of Oz. And it was my 8th grade year. So I'm thinking, like, okay, like, finally, somebody's getting the theater program together. It's my classic senior year vibes where it's like, I'm entitled to something big, So I didn't really conceive of the fact that your cream of the crop ass grade was entering the picture at this point. Because to me, y'all are still babies. Like, it's my time to shine. Y'all's grade, Troy D, incredible singers.
Yeah.
I'm not a strong singer. And I hadn't had to reckon with that fact until The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
So where I'm thinking, okay, maybe I won't be Dorothy, but definitely going to be one of the witches, 100%. So when I got Auntie M... When I got fucking Auntie M, I was a little bit
gagged. You were in the play at all. That is so funny. I didn't not know you were in the play. I was like, what? That's so interesting. You were in the play. You were such a theater girly. You were Auntie M. And Auntie M, for the viewers at home, and also me, because I don't remember. Auntie M is who? I legit don't know. I'm like,
Auntie M is Dorothy's aunt who only premieres in the beginning of the play before she gets lost in Oz. So I remember being a bit like, oh, she doesn't have a singing part, so that's fine. I guess it's cool that I have a name and like a speaking part. My speaking part was, sorry, I'm reliving trauma. So the speaking part is essentially like, she gets scared and like loses Dorothy in the tornado. So I'm just pacing the stage back and forth like, Dorothy, where are you? The thing I remember about that though is they kept being like, you're not scared enough. Be scared.
Now they're giving you notes. That's crazy.
No, not once but twice, but like every time I did it, when they were like, you need to give more. And I was just like,
Who is saying this?
The theater director. I can't remember
Do you remember who it was?
No, I don't.
That's
I just remember I was like, oh my God, I'm like not delivering. And like to this day, it's like, I can't believe that. Like, I think that's when I realized, honestly, actually, no, I didn't give up. I went to high school and I was like, nah, I got this. So I auditioned for Annie. And this, mind you, before there was a Black Annie. So like everybody knew I wasn't going to get Annie, period. I went to a mostly white school. So it's like, fine, I'm not going to get Annie. But I did get one of the orphans with a name.
Duffy.
With a solo. Yes, I got Duffy. And I was like, yeah, I did that. I'm gonna, like, this is freshman year shit, but like, I'm gonna climb my way up. Thing is, while being Duffy, I realized I'm not a strong singer. Like, my solo, every time, voice cracked. Every single time, rehearsal. I have a particular condition where in front of
not to pathologizing it.
In front of crowds, my voice just cracks. So I can't really sing non-chorus roles. Even though I might have, like, I'd be able to carry a tune. But yeah, so through Duffy, I learned I'm not the strongest singer. And, you know, it's making me mad because, I'm sorry, I'm having a memory because there was a DVD version. Somebody DVD'd our play and we bought it. And then my friends from college, for some reason, watched it without me. And they watched it. They watched my solo and they were like, we thought you were Annie.
Like, what do you mean by that?
And they were like dying laughing. They were like, you led us to believe you were Annie. And I was like, I never did.
Wait.
This, though, was post-Black
Your college,
Annie, so
you said your college friends?
my college friends found my high school performance DVD of Annie.
Where?
I think at our house. I think Julianne found it at our house.
Okay.
I went back to New York. They watched it without me. And they went, oh, my God, you weren't Annie? And made fun of my performance where my voice cracked.
Dang.
So, you know, I just feel like there were a lot of lessons in life where I realized I was just not a strong singer. However, that doesn't mean you can't be in the arts. So, period.
Speak on it.
So, I loved theater, though. Like, I loved being in Annie. I loved everything about it. I did audition for the next 2 musicals. So the next musical we did was
Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh my God. Thank you. Yes. Bye Bye Birdie. You were forced to watch all these shows.
Yes. And listen to you sing every single day for all day show tunes. It's Bye Bye Birdie and then Little Shop of Horrors.
Everyone has a musical theater phase. And yeah, so for Bye Bye Birdie, I got a chorus role. Still thought it was so fun. And at that time, I was also taking musical theater, like, electives. So I was like learning about the behind the scenes stuff. And I also saw for the first time a musical on Chicago Broadway. And it was Billy Elliot. And I was fucking transformed. I was like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my goddamn life.
You saw that with your school?
Yeah, with my school. And then I saw it again because Ma took me again. Because I was like, I'm trying to do this for the rest of my life. Like, musical theater, it's just amazing to me. Like, it's so fun. It's such like a storytelling device and like the theatrics of it, the drama, amazing, right? So then I did Little Shop of Horrors. I auditioned for Little Shop of Horrors. You know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I still think maybe I'll get like something good. I still got chorus. But what made me and all the other Black girls furious for Little Shop of Horrors was the fact that, like, there are a trio in Little Shop of Horrors. I don't know if you've ever seen the original movie.
Nope.
A trio of Black women. 2, Pam and Gina from Martin, and another woman who is also very famous. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on name. They are amazing. They're phenomenal. They're a Black trio. They're like the Muses.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah.
And they give a very Black ass Muses, performance throughout the entirety of the play. They cast 2 white girls. Black girls auditioned and thought, rightfully,
of course,
they got it in the bag. Because not only is it a voice thing, it's a we're the Muses type shit thing.
It's like, if you're not going to cast a Black girl in Annie, you better keep the race thing going for the chorus.
Right. Keep it consistent.
Yeah.
But they cast 2 white girls and a half Black girl who, as a half Black girl, she was not the type. No shade to her. She's a phenomenal singer.
White mom.
Right? But what? White mom.
Got it. Say less.
Yo, white mom. Yeah. Period. Love her down. I don't mean to put disrespect on her name, but like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it just like, y'all didn't deserve the fucking role. You can sing, and I remember they were doing like literally the musical theater teacher. This should be parodied. They were doing like salt and pepper classes for them, so they could talk more like.
Sorry.
And do more like, swear to God.
Salt and pepper classes.
As in, this is, I don't know how you do the voodoo that you do. They were doing shit like that.
Who is leading this?
This white woman. Yeah. So at that point, it's like, bring it back. So, okay, that happened. It was devastating. It was, but it didn't lessen my love of theater. Also, I didn't have to really witness all that. I was in the chorus for some very fun numbers, and I was just like having fun doing my thing. Fourth year, senior year. It's like perfect, like bringing it back to 8th grade. We get a Black musical theater teacher, a new hire. And she does, I shit you not, The Wiz, right?
The Wiz at an all-white school?
The Wiz at an all-white school. But mind you, I'm there.
I'm in the bag.
I'm in the bag. I practiced so hard, my dude. Like, I was like, I know I don't have the strongest voice, but this is my role. This is my
Sometimes
chance. I'm
passion
a senior.
can deliver.
I'm a senior.
Literally, High School Musical
passion
vibes.
can deliver. Exactly. Sometimes passion can deliver. Say that because I remember being in the audition room, or like, actually auditions are happening. I'm with a little clique of like friends, and I am practicing my slides or whatever you call them. And I give my performance, and they go, "You're gonna be Dorothy." That's how much it was like my bag. My friends.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Question. Do you all read for the same parts? And they just use that
No.
Okay.
Like, yeah. There's like a couple. There's a couple you choose from, and obviously I chose the Dorothy ones. I sang a bit of, I believe it was Home, and they were like, "You're going to be Dorothy." And I went in there, and I gave the best performance of my entire life. And callback time is happening, right? I was also an excellent student, and that's me not being funny. It was like school was really important to me. And I had a bunch of advanced classes, a bunch of IB classes, and I realized I cannot do theater and keep up my classes. And I had to make a choice. I had to make a decision. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do musical theater. What? I'm just going to focus on my courses.
That's crazy. I don't remember this.
Yeah. And I went into the Black musical teacher lady's office, and I was like, "Look, I know callbacks are happening, but I'm so sorry. Just don't consider me because I'm going to be, taking my last year really seriously." And the bitch was gagged. She said, "What?" Because mind you, not a lot of Black girls to choose from, and I'm telling you, I bodied it.
Yeah.
She was like, "What? Are you sure?" Like, and I was like,
"This breaks my heart right now."
It broke my heart, and her heart was breaking, my heart was breaking. It was a very musical theater moment. So she had to go on to cast this Cuban girl, and she was a white Cuban. Yeah.
Oh.
And I watched it, and it was terrible, and it made me feel really good because it was not good. It was not good. And I went on to become valedictorian. So
do you have any regrets?
I have no regrets because
Interesting.
I really have no regrets because, if I'm being honest, I don't think I could have done it. I think I would have. I think
you would have absolutely like crumbled.
I would have shit the bed. I'm not a strong singer, okay? And it would have been it would have stressed me out. I would have half-assed built things. Yeah. And, like this podcast is about quitting. I have trouble to this day quitting things because I feel like a sense of guilt.
Yes.
And whatever. But in that moment, I felt like it was really my choice.
Yeah.
It wasn't Ma being like telling me to do anything. It wasn't like any sort of external force. I had to make a decision, and I made that decision, and I feel like
you kind of chose yourself in a way. Like,
I chose
this
myself.
Would have killed you.
I chose my sanity. It would have.
Yeah.
And it would have made me really upset, and I didn't have to ruin my relationship to musical theater.
Yeah.
So
like, to know you would have gotten the role.
Yeah. Seriously.
But not having to actually like do that.
Yeah,
it's honestly the best of both worlds.
It really was. And getting to watch that white Dorothy in The Wiz absolutely floor people. Like she could sing. We'll give her that. But like, no.
Like,
it just
let's
wasn't.
Be honest. If Dorothy's white, it's the Wizard of Oz. It's not the Wiz. Nothing's the Wiz of Actress, actually.
Well, even now. So yeah, and mind you, yeah, this was a time where Wicked was on the stage. It was like the thing. So I feel like I quit that. I did not do it, but it's one of those things I don't regret. And I have a wonderful relationship to musical theater to this day, as most theater kids do. Like, we are in a musical theater renaissance because of Wicked. It's amazing to see. And Black girlies especially, who had so many experiences of not being cast in what should be Black roles on the stage.
The story, yeah.
Because this, like, there's so many people being like, oh, we're watching Wicked, and it's like, this should have been a Black woman the whole time. This should have been a Black woman the entire fucking run. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like we're feeling the vindication as Black theater girls. And so it's really, you know, the whole Elphaba thing, yeah, it resonated for me. Yeah, it resonated, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm loving it. I'm having a lot of fun. Yeah.
I have a lot that I want to say. But interestingly, I'm thinking of the lead into the Wicked era being movie studios hiding the fact that movies are musicals, like Wonka, for example. Wonka, amazing film, by the way. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it. I should.
Chalamet ate that up. I'll say that.
I believe it. He gives Willy Wonka.
Yeah. He's a bit whimsical.
He's a bit of a creepy dude with a lot of hidden agenda to me. But yeah.
The movie was good. I'll say that.
Nice.
I forget the other ones, but I feel like Wicked was the one where it's like, okay, we know this is going to be a musical. Although, funny enough...
Can we talk about Mean Girls real quick?
Oh, yes, that was the other one.
I didn't see it, but I saw many clips. Why did they do that?
Yeah.
Terrible.
I haven't seen that.
Awful on all signs. So. Don't watch them. It's just like, why? Okay, Mean Girls on Broadway.
It was a musical, though.
Mean Girls on Broadway, incredible.
You've seen
Mean Girls on Broadway, listen to the entire the soundtrack.
Okay.
It's just like, yes, that's a great idea. It's not like, is it the most creative? Whatever. It doesn't matter, because musical theater is about fun and whimsy. And that was fun and whimsy. Songs are phenomenal. Making it into a movie musical? What are you doing? With the exact same script? With little tweaks for Gen Z? Are you bananas? But that, it's just, to me, it's just like money grab. We're just trying to make money and like...
Because it also feels like Mean Girls has never not been syndicated, like airing on TV. That, like, it is at all times, throughout all years, since 100%. It came out, has been airing 100%. On TV. So to come out with a reboot, like, of the same storyline just felt so soon. Even though it was like, it's literally been 20 years. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Bad. Yeah.
I haven't seen the musical or anything like that. But it was funny. Yeah. The story I was about to tell is like, I was going to say, like, Wicked's so classically a musical that, like, there's no... People are going, you know what you're getting into. But my friend Saul just saw it. He was like, I didn't know it was a musical. And I'm like, where have you been? The marketing for that movie has been inescapable. He was like, I didn't see any of it. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's
going blind to Wicked. Yeah. Going blind to Wicked's kind of cool. Did he like it?
He said it was good. He was like, it was a bit cheesy, but like it was good.
Yeah, I guess, if you really don't know it's going to be a musical, it's kind of like, they did that with Joker too. Did you see it?
No, I refuse, actually. I'm not a Lady Gaga stan from an acting perspective.
Lady Gaga was in that?
Lady Gaga was literally the main character of that movie.
And Joker?
Yeah, it's the Joker, and she was like Harley Quinn or whatever. So you didn't see it either, I imagine.
The first Joker?
No. The first Joker was not a musical.
That's what I'm saying. Sorry, I didn't know that she was Harley Quinn in number 2.
The second Joker.
Yeah.
And it was a musical,
and I heard it was terrible. Lady Gaga really quick? Yeah. I heard it was all right. Lady Gaga was the moment in my formative theater years. I just wanted to put that out there. Like, there was a time where Glee was everywhere, and like Lady Gaga was wearing meat, and Wicked was huge, and music, and I feel like it's coming back, and I really hope it does, because but in a bigger and better way.
Like the Lady Gaga portion, or
more so the theatrics and musical theater in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just campiness.
Just camp and musical theater as an essence of life. I feel like is very important.
It's like remove whatever show was going on at the time. It's like people are moving about the world with a musical theater air about them.
Exactly. We're singing again, everyone.
Oh, God. I don't know if I want that.
I know. You've listened to me sing Chicago so too many times.
I was going to bring up Chicago. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
I don't even know where that actually came. It purely was a love of the game for you. Like, you got into musical theater and you just somehow discovered Chicago. Is that from your class?
Ma showed me Chicago.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Well, first of all, let me just say this, Adwa. I don't know how much you know. Sorry, I keep saying Adwa, but I feel like it's giving the flair. Let me just say this. Chicago won an Oscar. So everyone loves it. It's not just
It was a great movie. No, I'll say
a phenomenal movie.
And I think until I watched the movie, I was like, why does she keep singing these songs? But once I watched the movie, I was like, yeah, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming, you know? I was hooked too. But I do think that I knew all of the words bar for bar purely based on hearing you sing it all day.
That's
like
fair.
I don't think that I actually listened to the song itself. Like it was purely secondhand
I
lyrics.
remember I remember I actually had a little Chicago the Musical like viewing at our house where I invited maybe 6 to 8 girls. And we all knew all of the words because that was the era we were living in. Do you understand? Like, or maybe is that happening now and I just don't know it? But I feel like because of Wicked, it is. Like,
of people just knowing songs.
I don't know many teenage girls. But
what
like,
I will say,
yeah,
I have friends, straight male friends from college that like actively listen to show tunes. And like one was saying like they went on a road trip and they sang like the entire like Hamilton soundtrack and like it was
Hamilton. Because when did that come out? That was a little bit after my high school theater years, but
what are your thoughts on the Hamilton?
I refuse to listen to it now. When I first listened to it, I loved it. I'll be real. I am not ashamed to admit it. Love it as a musical. Of course, it's excellent. Politically, I cannot continue to listen to and support it. I can't.
I just don't understand why everyone gave it the pass.
The power of musical, my friend. Sometimes we overlook, but I won't. I personally won't. I honestly, like, I engage in so much problematic shit that, like, I'm not going to completely judge everyone who engages in it, but I
personally can't get behind it.
I personally can't get behind it.
And I just felt like, and maybe, because I have not, to this day, fully watched it, so, like, I'm only speaking just based on my perception of, like,
totally
conceptually.
Go for it.
Sometimes I'm like, you know, was this not needed? Like, who asked for this almost?
No. Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to hell. He's got a reserved seat. Much like the theater. I'm sorry. No, he is going to hell.
Okay, but he purely up these Disney songs. I think he might have
and that's
his
my
way out
thing.
of it.
Right. Yeah. Much like Cynthia Erivo worked her way out of being anti-Black. Like,
right.
The power of music is so... I'm not trying to be funny. Music is so powerful. It literally can change everything.
Yeah.
R. Kelly is being played to this day. I'm not trying to bring it there, but like it's
my
sometimes
neighbor
too
unapologetically
powerful.
will blast that shit. It's a little embarrassing, but
musical is scary. But that being said, you're still going to hell. But you know, like we're gonna enjoy this I haven't seen Encanto.
You haven't seen Encanto?
I know.
You gonna finish that? Encanto? Yeah.
Yeah. There.
Yeah, that's your homework. You have to watch it.
Okay,
but
I definitely will.
Tell us.
But Moana, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to ask, because you still have a relationship with musical theater to this day.
Yes. I've been wanting to talk about and debut this idea, and you are graciously allowing me to do it in this space, and I appreciate it. I have what I believe to be the best musical theater idea for a jukebox musical in a long time. And I mean
Can you explain what the term jukebox musical is.
Oh, jukebox musical just means like you pick an artist or a band, and you make a musical out of all their songs. So
kind of like
MJ,
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Exactly. Type shit.
Does
like
MJ have a musical?
It's called MJ, the musical. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I thought you were
no.
being cute, calling him MJ.
Yeah. No, yeah. What is that? Mamma Mia is all of ABBA's songs.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you write around it. So mine is the Paramore Jukebox musical. And I've written it. And it's an all-Black musical. And I feel like this is going to be the most iconic musical of all time when it's made. Look, I would love to make it on my own but like I looked up jukebox musicals. You cannot make them without the grand rights. So unless Warner Music Group and Haley Williams both are like, go ahead, I'm never going to be able to make it. So I might as well talk about it and just like pray to the gods that someone important
There's a bag to be made. I think you can convince them.
Here is why the bag is to be made, specifically. There is no other band that Black people so fully are down for. Like, the amount of Black Paramore stands out there. There's a podcast called Black People of Paramore. Like, it is the band.
Yeah.
Haley Williams, she grew up in a Mississippi church. So she's just bringing the soulful vibes, even in her most punk emo days.
Yeah.
And essentially, I feel like I'll give you a little bit of the taste of the plot, right? So it is about 3 Black girls who grew up on the south side of Chicago, and they go, best friends, they love each other down. They go to a PWI. They're ready to take on the world, ready to take on
predominantly
college.
white institution.
Predominantly white institution. And they encounter the 2 biggest rival organizations on campus, the Student Council and the Black Student Organization. And the Student Council is led by a very like Hillary Banks Whitley type girl, Justine Evans. And she is Queen Token, university representative, Black woman, Black Hillary Clinton vibes. And the other, the Black Student Organization is led by like Anaya, and she is fuck this university, tuition is too damn high, giving that sort of realness. And the musical is about the rivalry between these 2 and where the 3 friends land ideas-wise. You know, one of the friends like more so fucks with student council. One of the friends fucks with the Black Student Org because she's like got all these predatory loans and like they recognize the school is super racist, and like their other friend kind of like lands in the middle and doesn't know which way to go. So first song off the bat, obviously we dropped Misery Business. And fun fact, Misery Business, Haley Williams won't perform it anymore because she felt like she was immature. And it's like about like, you know, disparaging another girl because of a boy situation. Here's why it's different in my musical. So you meet Justine Evans and Anaya, and they are, the tea is Justine Evans used to be part of Black Student Organization, right? But she realized she could have more power as the university's token student council president. So not only does she defect to the student council, but she brings Anaya's former boyfriend over to be her vice president because he has a lot of clout. So when Anaya says, once a whore, you're nothing more, she is not really talking about the boy necessarily. She is talking about the idea of being a whore of the university. You understand?
Yeah.
Like this is a business of misery.
So
the college is a business of misery. And you know, Justine is giving, whoa, I never meant to brag, but I got him where I want him now. Whoa, it was never my intention to brag, to steal it all away from you now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it feels so good.
Because I got him where I want him now. Well, yeah, and who can belt better than a Black girl? The belts that Haley Williams brings, Black women, easy.
Honest to God.
And then, real quick, you see the deterioration of this friend group. Think of the theatrics we could do with Decode. Think of How did we get here? Well, I used to know you so well. You know what I'm saying?
You just ate that. Wait, are you gonna get cast?
No. I'm executive producer, but
Okay.
Quick tea. So the two friends, Zora is fully on the side of Black Student Org, and Denise is fully on the side of Student Council. Second act, it is revealed that whole time in high school, they were dating. This is a Black lesbian love story. Whole time in high school, they were dating, and now they're like rivals, but they meet in secret, and they're like, I cannot believe you are exciting with this idea or this organization. Like, how could you do this? But whole time, after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies. I'm into you. Like, wow. It's mapped out. It's mapped out. I need a pitch deck. I need a team.
Did you finish writing it?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Oh, like it's done.
It's done.
Oh,
here's
we're
the
sending
thing.
This podcast to Haley Williams.
100%. And here's another reason why it is the moment. Sorry, I didn't mean make this become like a whole thing, but Doechii, my queen, my swamp queen, has said that Haley Williams has been her inspiration. Haley Williams posted on her story that Doechii is her favorite artist at the moment. Yeah. SZA and Haley Williams, they're about to do a collab. Yeah. Black Girls and Paramore, it's having some sort of bubbling resurgence that I really want us to capitalize on. Yeah. And furthermore, even the layman Black person right now is so wicked down that like Black people just deserve to enjoy musicals. And this is a space for Black women, Black queer people to enjoy being the full cast. You know, there's no white people in this musical. There might be extras because it is a PWI, but there's no white people in this musical. It's not about them. It's about
It's a Black story.
It's a Black story. So I just feel like it would be so fun.
And actually a pretty real scenario, you know?
100%. Oh, yeah. It's fully taken from life experiences.
Life experience, yeah.
Fully. And I didn't even tell the best part, last best part, because I want everybody to be excited for the best song. So the three girls, before their friendship completely deteriorates, they're at a student protest, right? Denise is feeling like this is all bullshit. Zora's feeling like this is what we need. The girl in the middle is just trying to cover for her journalism class, right? Penny. But they all get arrested because they're all Black, right? Yeah. And what song comes on? Ain't it fun?
Ain't it fun?
Living in the real world.
I'm obsessed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's truly a great.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the verbal trademark on your behalf because I know like Warner Music or whatever and Haley Williams have to sign off, but
honestly, at this point, I'm feeling like, okay, maybe I won't make the $1 million. I would like to make $1 million. But I just feel like I want to see this. I know it would be such a beautiful, amazing project that we all, Black Paramore fans, Black people in general deserve. We deserve it.
Yeah. And look how big One of Them Days did. Like, I think there's a business case to be made.
Come on. This is just as, it's got some real social commentary, but like, this is fun. This is fun. Ain't it fun? Yeah. So.
I love that. Yeah, you should definitely not let this one slip.
Don't fuck this one up. Yeah. Don't choose school over this one. Yeah.
Should we get into This Week Unfinished?
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
This Week Unfinished, my nails. So I'm on a bit of a nails journey.
Show the camera.
I don't know how well they can see.
They don't look that bad from here.
From afar, they're fine, which is why I haven't taken them off yet. Okay, so I have chronic eczema. I'll say that. And the gel nails really help me to prevent breaking skin when I scratch a little bit. Sorry, it always
it's just more dull.
Really gross. It's more dull. It's thicker. Okay. So I was like, oh yeah, let me get an acrylic dip powder set. It'll be easy. It wasn't, and they look kind of they look like.
Funky.
They look chunky, clunky, funky. Think. No. Yeah. So I want to redo them. And finish learning how to be a real nails girly and like do my nails, because I'm tired of paying $60 at the salons for some basic ass shit. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. What about you?
Mine is laundry. I have such a problem. I have such an inability to do laundry start to finish. Like, and here's my issue with laundry. You do it in 30 to 40 minutes, an undefined period of time that feels like 30 to 40 minutes later. At least with my machine, there's no like time.
There's no timer on your machine?
No,
that's
it just
different.
Like it just happens to finish when it finishes. And then often this machine's a little broken, the one that's in our unit, where if you put like a gene on one side of the laundry and there's no gene on the other, like it'll and just like it will not, like you have to rebalance it, but it'll say like please balance, but it doesn't unlock the door. So like it'll tell you need to fix something in this machine, but the door will be locked for the next 5 minutes.
You can't get it.
Yes, exactly.
That's so crazy.
So I'm like, I need to start my laundry.
Fair.
Best case scenario, 30 to 40 minutes later, be available to put that laundry in the dryer. Worst case scenario, I have to acknowledge that I need to rebalance the machine, but then 5 minutes after that, be able to actually do it. And then I have to put it in the dryer, and then I have to fold it like an hour after that.
Yeah. You have a couple barriers.
And I'm just busy. So
I respect that.
Yeah.
That's so
And
real.
I never have just one load of laundry. Maybe if I did laundry, like just small loads, like here and there, it wouldn't be so overwhelming. But I like wait till I'm out of clothes. And I have a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
So then it becomes like a whole day long affair. And
it is laundry day. Well, yeah, I don't know. I go to a laundromat, so it's like
you can do it all at once.
Very specific. I really like.
That's actually ideal. I mean, other than the fact you have to lug all your stuff to a laundromat, like you can use as many machines as you want.
Exactly, and you see the time. You choose your little task while you're doing it. You come back, it's done. You fold. You can fold right there on the table, so I have no excuse. And then I go home and I put it up. Yeah, so I don't know.
That's nice. Yeah.
So somehow, even though you have an in unit, you're having much more trouble, and I feel bad
because it's like 4 loads of laundry ends up being like 3 days. You know?
Yeah,
like,
that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, my laundry's always in a fluctuating state. The thing I have gotten good about is like when the washer is done, putting it in the dryer. It's really the folding and putting it away that's tough. But like I hate when my clothes smell.
I feel like you're just not good at laundry because you gave me this whole spiel about how the washer was the issue. Now it's the folding. It's you.
No. The machine is definitely part of it.
Okay.
I have started to load the machine where like I need a similar type of clothes to like put in strategically, like I'm fucking building an igloo. It's a bit much. I think the apartment should give us a new washing machine, but you know, pick your battles. We got other stuff going on here, so. Yeah. But yeah, that's my this week I'm finished is laundry. Yeah. Probably gonna do that after this.
Good luck.
That and editing these podcasts.
Yeah, I gotta finish that. Whew.
Yeah. Cool. Well, this has been the You Gonna Finish That podcast. I'm Adji.
And I'm Zila.
And remember, if something isn't serving you, you don't have to finish that. And if something is serving you and you just don't want to, you don't have to finish that either.
Period.
You can connect with us on whatever social media platform exists at the time at You Gonna Finish That Pod. And listen to us wherever podcasts are posted or uploaded or whatever.
Amazing.
Hope you all have a wonderful week. Bye.
Bye.